Hey everybody, this is daveh at Droctio.org. In the videos up till now, we've looked at using webhooks and building applications in response to webhooks. In this video, we're going to take a look at using the REST API, and specifically using the REST API combined with webhooks to do something called live call control. Updating calls and hanging up calls, various things that we can do to a call in progress using the REST API. Let's have a look. Now for live call control, we need a connected call. So let's start by building a simple SIP trunking application that'll get us a call up and running that we can operate on. I'm going to make a call from my soft phone to my mobile phone. So let's just start as usual with webhook in, webhook out, and we'll do a dial. We'll get that call up and running, and let's just call it live call control. And we'll dial to the presented number. Again, message.call object is the object that has the payload of our post. And I'm testing out a new SIP trunking vendor today, and I need a specific caller ID for that SIP trunking vendor, so we'll do that. Let's not propagate answer until the call is answered. Let's deploy that. Over here, we need to build that new application. So we'll just do that. Use calls, my call status hook as usual. I want it to be my outbound application so that I can call from my registered SIP devices. We're all good. Let's do a simple quick test and see if we've got that working. And we do. Good. Okay, now let's add in the live call control part. Now when we do live call control, we're using the REST API. And so it's not triggered by a web callback. It can be in response to anything at all in your application. You could have a prepaid billing engine, and when someone runs low on money, you want to play them a whisper prompt and then hang them up. You could have something else going on, or it could be something on the call. Or it could be, for instance, DTMF entered on the call, which actually that's what I'm going to do just to make the example simple, and also to show you a feature of the dial verb we haven't looked at before, which is DTMF capture. So DTMF capture is a list of DTMF strings that we want to be alerted. So let's just say *2 and *3. If those are pressed on the call by the caller, we want a callback. And we're just going to have a DTMF hook. Okay, so now let's add a webhook for that. So if the user presses *2 or *3, we're going to get a DTMF callback. And we'll just return 200 OK with no payload. However, we will also go look at what we have with a little switch command, see if we got *2 or *3. And that's going to come in message.call.dtmf. So let's just say if it's *2, we want to do one thing. If it's *3, we want to do something else. And that thing we want to do is live call control. So it's this LCC, the live call control thing. Oops. These are a little slow here. Okay, now because it's the REST API, we need to configure some information. Under server here, it says add a new jambonz server. So you need the URL of the server, the base URL. That's going to be, by default, it's going to be port 3000 on your server. You need an account SID and an API token. Let's go back over here, look at accounts. And I can generate an API key. This is the API, what's referred to as the API token. Oops. Let's go ahead and get that. And we'll put that in the API token field. We need the account SID as well, which we can get also from the GUI. It's the unique account identifier. So that combination of account identifier and token is needed for the API. Do a quick test. Yes, it's working. Okay, so we've added some configuration. Now, we also are going to be acting on a call. So we need to specify the call SID, which is going to be, again, in the call object under a property called call SID. And here are the things that we can do. We can hang up the call. We can mute the caller, mute or unmute the caller. If we're sending an audio stream real time via the listen verb, we can pause and resume it. Now that can be useful if your agent is about to request some private information that you don't want to appear on a recording, things like that. We can redirect the call to a new application, or we can play a whisper prompt. I'm not going to show all these. Let's just show a couple. I'm going to do hang up call. If we hit *2, we'll do hang up call. And let's make *3 be a whisper prompt. Now the whisper prompt is only played to the caller, so the call ed party would not hear it. Let's go down here and make this a whisper. An example of when you might want to do that is if it was a prepaid billing engine, you're starting to run out of time. You might say you have 30 seconds remaining on this call. Let's go ahead and deploy that. Now let's test it out, and with my DTMF hooks and my REST. Okay, calling in. Let's do the whisper prompt first, which I think was *3.
You have 30 seconds remaining on this call.
And *4 was the hang up. Or sorry, *2 was the hang up. And there we go. That's live call control.